Hey there guys, it is Zenonzard Day. So the game has released on both iOS and Android, so you can go and download it. Now I'm going to give you a very quick reroll guide on how to reroll in this game. But if you're new to mobile games, perhaps you don't really know what a reroll is or why you'd want to do it. So a reroll is basically when you delete your profile data from the app that you've downloaded, and you go through the initial tutorial stages again and again and again. In order to keep opening the initial packs or whatever in the game they give you, and you do this in order to basically maximize what you start the game with. And in a game like this, where perhaps you want to stay free to play, it seems, like relatively essential. So let's get started. Now the process on Zenonzard is actually really, really easy, but there are two rerolls you can do. So you just sort of plow through these initial stages or whatever, and it's gonna launch you into the game. Now bear in mind, the first time you do this, there will be big data downloads, about 1.2 gigabytes of data. So you don't have to re-download that. I don't believe. So I know for a fact on Android this is really, really easy. You definitely don't have to re-download that stuff. If you're on iOS, I'm not 100% sure. I believe there is some sort of file manager way where you can do pretty much the same thing. It might be the case that you have to delete and re-download the app every time, in which case this will take a really long time, and I feel pretty bad for you. So you probably would not want to do the second reroll option in that case. So I'm just going to show you the first reroll option. The second reroll option is sort of I can just tell you about, because it's just more of the same. So here I'm just going to skip through the cutscenes. I'm not going to show it to you, no point. And so you skip that first cutscene and you're in the pack opening screen. There we go. This is our first resources. Now you can't skip this, and good lord, okay, this looks like a really bad initial opening. Now actually, when I was being really efficient with this, I had an auto clicker set up. I've already finished all my rerolls. I had an auto clicker set up in the middle here, so I didn't have to keep tapping just to go through, because you'll see it gets really annoying. Okay, obviously, to be fair, it's not so bad on this one because it's a shaft reroll. But yeah, so what should you be aiming for in your rerolls? You're looking to maximize the number of legendaries or the quality of legendaries, or both. So basically what you want to be doing is, I would say, like, if you get three legendaries in your roll, that's probably good enough to keep. You might want to keep going. So the odds of getting 3 legendaries is about 20%. So it shouldn't take that long for you to get 3 legendaries, to the point where I would say it's reasonable. Oh, there's a legendary there. That's actually a very, very good one. To the point where I would say, even if you get 3, if they're not particularly great ones, it'd probably be worth just keep going. If you get 4 legendaries, the odds of that are about 5%, and at that point I think you just keep it and move on. It doesn't so much matter how good or bad they are, because you've just got 4 of them, and that's like quite good value. And especially if a lot of them are from the same color. Again, even if it's not necessarily the color you really wanted to play, you can grind up materials and stuff to start working on the decks you perhaps are really interested in. But again, if you don't really care, if you're just going to take what the game gives you, then that's ideal. So here you can see I only got 1 legendary and I got 4 epics. That's not great. I wouldn't really want to use this. So all you need to do is hop into a file manager, and you go into your internal storage here, and you click on Android, and then you click on Data, and then you click on Com Bandai Zarden, and you click on Files, and you'll see that there are these files here. And all you need to do is hold on all of these and click delete. So you delete those. Then you want to close out of Zenonzard. Now this might cause things to get a little bit funky, annoyingly. Yeah, it did. Anyway, and then you reopen the game. And I'm only reopening the game just to highlight that it has done it, and you basically just keep going. So that's reroll option number 1. You do those initial 10 packs, and then you just go from there. You keep doing that until you get something good. Reroll option number 2 is you play through the entirety of the tutorial, and once you're done with all the stuff it makes you do, you'll have another 30 packs or so that you can just crack open, and that's the second option. Now that takes more than twice as long as the first option, but obviously if you want to reroll for that, you can. I didn't bother, but feel free. I will, however, give you some tips for what you can do on that. So if you do choose to go down that route, you only actually have to play one of the battles. So you'll get asked to do if you wanted to play the tutorial. Now if you don't know how to play the game, I would say yeah, you should probably play through the tutorial the first time anyway, and then play through that. Then, but you can skip that. The next fight you have to do is a fight you have to do, but it's really easy. It doesn't take more than a few minutes. Once you've done that fight, you'll have to do 2 rank battles. You'll have to do a rank battle, then you have to do some deck changes, and then you have to do another rank battle. You can immediately just forfeit those rank battles and it counts them as done. So that's what I would do, just to speed it up. There's no point really playing those rank battles then and there if you're just trying to cycle through and go through that stuff. And once you've done that, you're basically done. You are you've completed, and then you open your packs obviously. And if you're not happy, delete the data as previously and just go through and do it again. And that is the reroll process in this game. Dead simple, dead easy. They've definitely this in particular very much seems designed with rerolls in mind. Oh, hello. So that's a guaranteed legend. 2 guaranteed legends. Oh, I may have to delete the account I kept. Right, well, we'll finish it with this little pack opening here. But yeah, so please stay tuned to the channel. Please stay tuned to the channel. I'm going to be having a lot of Zenonzard content coming up. Good lord. Wow. Okay. So I think that was actually a pretty bad legendary. Okay, yeah. So that was a bad legendary, but double epics. I mean, I can't complain about that. So you know, the thing is, I kept an account with 4 legendaries that were 3 greens and 1 generic. So if this has like more generics, I'd be very inclined to keep this. If it doesn't, whatever, I might just give it to a friend. Although it's quite a lot of effort to transfer the IDs and stuff. Okay, so second legendary, it's green, so I've got a red and green. So this is definitely going to be at least a 3 legendary multi, because there's 1 more guaranteed legendary. But you know, double legendary packs and things definitely exist in this game, can totally happen. So let's see here. This is definitely a lot luckier than I was expecting to be in just 2 packs, because it took me, it's like you're realistically looking at a few hours of just sitting down and just doing the rerolls if you want to be optimal. Alright, here we go. Okay, so that is definitely good legendary there. Another 2 epics, so that's 3 legendaries, 1 generic. It's definitely decent. Please be legendary. Oh, I think it is. Oh, okay. 4 legendaries. If this is 5, I feel like I really have to keep this. Okay, it's not. Right, how many epics? Now I'll sort of decide on that. Wow. Okay, this is really good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 epics, 4 legendaries. Okay, I may have to keep this. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.